Hey guys, BrickQueen here to review an awesome LEGO Viking set for you guys. Now, a lot of you may not even know that LEGO ever made Viking sets because this set is about 10 years old, but it is one of our favorite old sets. We've actually had this set built and setting out on display for a long time, so if you see a little dust on this set, I'm sorry. I tried to clean it off some, but there may still be some dust left. As you can see, the set is so tall that I actually can't fit the whole thing on the screen all at once. I'll try to make up for that during the review and show you the whole thing, but I just love this set. It is actually called the Viking ship Challenges, the Midgard Serpent. Kind of a long name for a LEGO set, but it's really cool. Now, it looks like a huge, massive set because of how tall it is. Actually, the set is 578 pieces, so it's kind of actually a medium-sized set as far as piece count goes. But this set is just awesome. I absolutely love the Viking ship, and this is the sail with the serpent on there. It looks so cool. I love the sail. I don't know if it's my favorite part of the set, but it's definitely up there. It is really cool. And if I remember right, and I'll kind of check as I'm reviewing this, but if I remember right, there's no stickers on this. So anything that you see, there's a really good chance that it's printed. I'm pretty sure it's all printed. So anyway, but before we actually look at the ship, let's check out the Midgard Serpent. This is the serpent. Kind of, the face reminds me a little bit of the basilisk from Harry Potter, which is okay. I mean, that's a really cool snake too. So anyway, this is the serpent, and he's got, you know, all these different moving parts, so you can really adjust him how you want to, and, you know, really make him attack the ship. I mean, you know, they can really have an all-out battle between the Midgard Serpent and the Viking ship, which I think is really awesome. Now, if you look at the head of the serpent, it's kind of funny looking, in my opinion. In fact, the nose kind of, just this part of the nose kind of makes me think of a pig. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. You can also, you know, close the mouth and you can have him talk. Meow, 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 meow. I mean, I know a serpent wouldn't meow, but it's funnier if it meows, isn't it? Meow, 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 meow. Anyway, it's also got this really cool spike right here, which we may possibly have on the wrong direction. Maybe it goes the other way. It looks like it should, but actually I think that's maybe part of it. It appears to be part of that piece. So, oh wait, maybe nope, that is definitely how it goes. It looks like it's going the wrong way, but that's actually how it's supposed to be, apparently. And it's got, if you kind of turn it this way, you can see it's got like these little red spikes on the sides, and it's kind of got these fin pieces on the side here, which you can turn these around. These happen to be the same fin pieces that they used on some of the old dino sets. Like the old Mosasaurus that I have, had fins similar to this. I think they made the Mosasaurus blue though. But anyway, and then here's the tail. It's also got these little pieces that, you know, you can turn around like that. So the serpent itself is really cool, but my favorite part is the ship itself, of course, and I'm gonna just let the serpent kind of hang out over here and watch the rest of the review. Make him open his mouth. Actually, I don't know if I showed you this. If you do open his mouth all the way, he does have a little tongue in there. It's actually like a little diver's flipper. So I think that's kind of a cool little piece to use for that, or maybe he actually ate a diver and just left a red flipper in his mouth and it looks like a tongue. Who knows? Anyway, I really like this set, so I'm having fun reviewing it. We should have reviewed this a long time ago. I don't know why we never did. We just never did. So I'm reviewing it now because it's awesome. We have this sail that's kind of like a hard cloth piece. So there's that. And before I start turning this around, let me go ahead and show you the front end of the ship, because it's got this really cool mouth and headpiece thing on here. I just think that's awesome, the way it looks like that, and it's got the little, kind of like little wings that are, I guess, supposed to be ears, basically. Also, I know I mentioned that the set has been, this set I've had out on display for a long time, so if you see any pieces that, or you see any spots that pieces are missing, let me know. They may possibly have gotten knocked off somewhere. I did my best to make sure that the set was complete before I started this review, but there's always that chance that I missed something, so you can let me know. If I did, feel free to comment. I love to hear your comments or read them, and I will try to respond to them as much as possible. So if the Viking ship is going to take on the Midgard Serpent, it has to have some really cool weaponry. And it starts with this, that you can fire these. Now this is flick fire, but it's a very different kind than we're used to. These little sticks with the red dot on the end is what you're firing. And what you do is you load it in like that. And this back, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the old NBA sets, the old basketball sets, but they used to use these to kind of launch minifigures to play basketball. And now they're actually using this in this set for flick fire. Let me kind of give you a little bit closer look at that, because it's kind of different. Actually, I'm gonna have to kind of rearrange things here because my my light in the top is getting in the way of the sail that is. So this, and there's a nice little shield piece on the front you can adjust around if you want to, but that's really cool. And as you can tell, you can adjust this all the way around. So to fire, you just push back on this, or well, rather pull down on it really. And so let me kind of aim it to the back so I don't lose this piece, hopefully. But you just pull back, and when you release, it's going to shoot that piece. Well, it's supposed to. Obviously, it didn't work all that well, but let's try that again. Not sure why it's not. There we go. It just took a few tries. That's how it's supposed to work. Which is probably why they did not continue to do a lot of flick fire like this, because it doesn't work all the time. It's still fun to play with. I really like this just to have it on display, even, as you can tell, because I did have it on display for a long time. And the set comes with 6 minifigures. There's 5 like regular Viking guys, and we also have a Viking king. So let me kind of set the ship down, and I will show you those guys. We'll go through all the regular Vikings first, because our Viking king is back here, you know, leading the charge, basically. So here's one of our Vikings. Kind of move my light again so I can show you a little bit better here. You can see what this Viking looks like, and his leg is dusty. I must have missed him when I was kind of cleaning this. Anyway, so they all have these really cool Viking helmets. I love the helmet, and this comes out if you want to. I mean, I think it looks a little odd without it, but you can take that out, or, you know, you can turn it down if you want to. So all the regular Vikings get these grayish silver helmets, and the Viking king has a gold one. And like I said, I'll show you him in just a minute. Now, these are from, you know, like I said, about 10 years ago when the set came out. So they don't have, you know, most of them back then didn't have double-sided faces. A lot of them, as you can see, didn't even have back printing. That's something that well, I wouldn't say it's more recent. It's not new, but it is, well, it is a little bit more recent, just not really a new thing. But I'm always happy when they do start adding more printing on there. Here's another one of our Vikings. All 6 are actually different, which I was always happy about. I figured they'd start duplicating them, but they did not. Now this one does have the same torso as one of the other ones, but the rest of it's different. So there's the torso there. Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't holding it up high enough. And he comes with armor. This is the only Viking that comes with the armor though. And he has that same silver Viking helmet. So I think he's really cool. Apparently not cool enough to survive my torture there. He was attacked by the sail. Got in the way. Anyway, so let me kind of turn this so I can get to these other guys a little bit easier. So here is our 3rd Viking, and now this one, his legs are not supposed to be different colored, and I don't know if you can tell on camera that he is, but one of the legs is faded a little bit. They're just so old that they've started to fade a little bit. They got in the sun too much when they were newer. But anyway, there's another one of our Vikings. And so that's 3 of them. Now, let's take a little bit more time to look at the ship again, and then I'll show you the others. So, on the side of the ship, we have more of those awesome shields. There are 4 on here. And the opposite side of the ship, I'm not going to turn it all the way around because it's kind of a pain on camera because it's such a big ship. But they are the exact same on the other side. And these shields are all printed, which is really cool. They're kind of special pieces that are included. You actually get 3 of this shield because this is the same one that was in the front. Kind of move that and I can show you again. That's the one that was right there. And it's a couple of extra little pieces there. They're kind of little like shield pieces that they can use. And those are stickers. These are stickers, but these are all printed. So there's the difference. A couple of stickers, but mostly everything is printed. And kind of move this back. So when the Vikings are out on the seas, they've got to have a way to cook. And right here in the middle, we have a little rotisserie with some chicken on it for them so that they don't get hungry. And we also have what is probably a bottle of rum over here. Or not a bottle, but a whole barrel of rum, really. There's also a couple of extra swords on the other side you can see attached there. So it's kind of cool. And, of course, you know, who knows if they might get into a battle with another ship. So they've even got a little, kind of like a little prison thing here. Now, to operate this, I'm going to have to set this down. I'm having to hold it to show you everything, but to do this part, I've got to set it down. So this is the little prison here. You can open it up like that, and obviously there's plenty of room for a little minifigure in there. And then you just close it back, and you hook this back on here. And then right up here, you can actually just turn this, and it'll lift it up for you. And then you can kind of have your prisoner hanging above everyone else, which I can imagine would really be some awful torture, especially if you're being attacked by the Midgard Serpent. But anyway, if you want to let your prisoner back down to the same level as everybody else on the boat, you have to lift this up. Now, when this was newer, if you lifted that up, it would just kind of go down. Now that it's kind of older and the parts are just a little tighter, it doesn't happen automatically anymore like it's supposed to. So you have to lift that up and then just kind of, you know, turn it back the other direction and let it down like that. But anyway, I mean, I still think it's really cool. When it was new, it worked properly. So that just happens with, you know, Legos as they get older. I could probably take it all apart and put it all back together, and I might be able to get it to work like it's supposed to again, but for right now, that's fine. I just use it for display anyway. But since we do have this setting back down again, let me show you more of our Vikings. And put my lamp back. I keep having to move. So this is the sword that they have. And this is the same one that I was showing you. They have 2 extras back here. So it's the exact same sword. That's the little Viking sword that they use. And then he has the Viking helmet also. He's actually, it looks like he's wearing chainmail around him. You can see just a little bit of the chain part right above his face. It's really hard to see. I don't know if you can tell or not on camera, but looks like that's what he's supposed to be wearing. And he wants to attach to the ship again. Then we have, this is our last regular Viking, and I'm noticing as I'm going through here, I really did not do a very good job cleaning the dust off of these, but that's okay. The sets are just awesome, or the figures and the whole set is awesome. So here is our last regular Viking. You can see he does have a very different looking torso, and again, no back printing, no second face, but he comes with that awesome Viking helmet. And then we do have our Viking King sitting there, but underneath him, there's this little ladder. Actually, let me move this figure at the bottom so I can show you a little bit easier. You can have this ladder you can lift up, and there's actually a treasure chest kind of hidden underneath there. It's not really hidden, it's just kind of harder to get to. But when you open it up, it just has some blue jewels in there. Maybe there's some sapphires, or who knows. Looks like it's supposed to be sapphires to me. I'm not sure why they're only blue. If somebody knows the answer to that, feel free to tell me in the comments, because I am just not sure. A lot of times, or I think most of the time when LEGO includes treasure like that, they include a variety of colors. This time it was only blue, so I would think that there'd be some reason for that. Don't know though. So, finally, we have our Viking King, who actually comes with a black cape, and he's got red legs and red arms that don't quite match his red legs, but that's okay. He has a really nice detailed torso here, and he comes with a gold version of the sword and the gold Viking helmet, which is really cool. And again, no back printing, and you can already tell he has no second face, but still, he is the Viking King. You must respect the Viking King. Anyway, I like Vikings. I think they're cool, and I think this is an awesome, awesome set. So let me kind of pick this up one more time, and maybe I can show you a little bit more of the inside. We also have these, the oars that are attached to the side. You can see they can move individually, or you can kind of, if you kind of pull it along the table, they kind of move together if there's something kind of causing that. But anyway, so there's not a whole lot to the inside of the ship other than what I've already shown you. Nothing too fancy or anything. And here is the back end of the ship. I think it looks a little odd. I always thought this little, kind of round part here looked a little odd to me. But who knows? I mean, that could just be my opinion. But anyway, that is the whole set. We only discovered 2 stickers in the set, so everything else is printed. So let me know your thoughts about this Viking set in the comments below. And let me know if you guys are like me and you wish that LEGO would decide to make more Viking sets. Personally, I think that'd be awesome. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys later.
Hey, before you go, click here to subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell by my name to turn on notifications. Or click here to see another one of our videos you might like.